Let's get into it. Today we have one of my favorite, one of my favorite. He's a king, and Tim Ellerby. He's gonna come. He's gonna talk to us, and we're gonna get into some poetry. There's a lot going on in the city, and we're so grateful for the resurgence of poetry. But the thing of it is, poetry is never dead because poetry, like jazz, is compiled through conversation, through literary, through social media, through socialism, through poetry is it's our conversation, and it's definitely our conversation. The youth is speaking it. The revolutionary people are speaking it. I don't know anything about the communists because I think those words are another literary prose or another literary description that we are poets. You know, as I took a moment to stare into the camera, as I looked at the little red dot that reminded me that I'm on blast, that I could be targeted. I realized that I am the target and you are my target, and it's a boomerang effect called life. So you are watching the present. Oh, wah. You are watching the Dig Thy Neighbor poetry show with your hostess, Sky Covington, also known as Yabella. How about that? So we are live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. You can like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. So, my poetry today is the Menarugia sparkling water. Manaragua. 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 So I'm trying to get away from soda, and I'm starting to getting back into my sparkling water. And I really need something because my mouth is dry. So let's get to last week. Let's just get that out the way. And let's talk about it. So I froze up last week, and I did too much of feeling confident that I can talk about anything because I can't. And that's what nestles me with poetry, that I can't talk about everything in just say the regular words of what that is. Because words for me is like, it's real. It has cells to it. And to a lot of true poets, words have breaths, and they move, and they have body shapes in conversation. They have personalities and zodiac signs that it let me tell you, you can tell a poet by their fruit. So I entered a realm last week that I realized that, okay, it's okay to be a poet. I literally ran from poetry. I literally ran from everything that had anything to do with that because, I mean, laying it on the line without a tune to back you, to hide you, to protect you is brave. Is extremely brave. And I absolutely, last week had to call my mentors. I had to, sit around my peers, and I was humble, and I had to understand that, okay, so we're back. Me and poetry is back. So it's like you're seeing me in a new relationship, and we're all experiencing all the follies and the wonderful that that can bring. So today I'm I have my poetry to share, and then we're going to have the amazing Tim Ellerby. He's going to call in. So yeah, the Preservation of Jazz Hour is from 6 to 7, and I just wanted to be able to stretch myself, and I need you all to help me make this show happen, because literally I have I need help. I just can't do this thing on my own. It's very I'm struggling. And I'm not saying I'm struggling because I'm saying it because you my brothers and sisters, and I'm getting back into poetry, and I know that God has placed me here, and my Vito and Raza Benzi Jr. and all of our engineers and my mentors and all of these young people that surround the station and everything. Like, we are really pulling something together from what people would say are bootstraps. And we're not, it's not a bootstrap thing, because it doesn't have to be that hard, but to it's hard to endure, and endure not taking everybody else's opinion. And if it's easy for you, that means that you've been practicing it more. um I It's hard, but I'm up for the challenge. But I think with poetry, it's another voice. And if you know me, I'm good with jazz. And for a long time, when I was in my 20s, I was so um, I was so I didn't even care what people thought. I don't want to care what people think now, but I have to carry a legacy. I have to have something of integrity, and something of amazement, and something that is that that people can see themselves in. We, but at the same time, being a poet, I'm still learning that now. And that's why I'm so grateful for this show. It's the Beatnik experience. It's it's what I asked for. I remember the prayer. And when it came to my right there in front of me, I asked for it, but now I have to be read my work and do that for you. So I'm going to read from my manuscript. It's called Window Shopping. Window shopping will be through the years. I've always lived my life like a window shopper, because that's what my mother kind of instilled in us. You just take a look back, invest, look, see how it moves and shakes. And that just came to me, by the way, because window shopping was a whole nother thing. But I understand that now that it's bigger than me. Okay, so here we go. The world is ending. The world. The new, the we, the world, the thee that we thought we were is ending. The sun is hotter than last summer. The summer, the last that we, the hotter than we is us as we, as the sun, the that we is hot and it's ending. And the living is pending. Pending, like money transferring. Pending, like the thought, should we make up or should we break up? Pending. Pending, like the idea of hearts that ache, or do they decide to just forget about it? Or do they decide to just not wake up in the morning? The hearts that's just so deceptive, like all hearts. Like no heart is good. Like no heart is good and pure and innocent until the day comes, and it hasn't come yet. So this summer, this life right now, this world ending, ignorance is a new drug. Like nobody wants to know about tomorrow. And everybody wants to be entertained. Everybody in my world, the world that's ending. This spring, before this amazing summer, before this summer, oh, such a summer. Before this summer that will end, because the world is ending, the summer and the spring that you knew that we were, that the world will end possibly in the spring, and maybe after summer we will tiptoe into fall, because it seemed like spring came after summer. The oasis of those buds splitting, the world bursting, the world moving and being. This spring has taken too many nights at home. My COVID blues. This spring has taken too many nights at home, alone, hiding from a flu. And the air and the wind is choking right in front of me. And I can't move, and the air and the wind can't move, and desirably, we both stand there, deciding to connect, deciding to embrace. The sidewalks are lava spills. Spring is heavier in color. Such a mystery revealed right now in this room. Maybe tonight he will come home and leave COVID behind. She will wave goodbye, and he will keep walking, afraid of turning into sand. Maybe tonight he will come home to spend a little time with me, because I'm tired of the wind and air taunting me. I'm tired of their stares. I'm tired of spring coming too late. I'm tired of summer coming too soon. The world is ending. The world is ending. The new that I knew, the we that we are, the world, the thee, the thus, the us, the moment. The sun is hotter than last summer. And this spring has taken too many nights at home alone. Wow. The air and wind just stand there looking at me. That's called summer. Yes, I'll give myself a little bit because that poem, it has just been revealed or rebuilt. So this is, oh, it's 7:16, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, all over the world. You are watching the Dig Thy Neighbor poetry show with a beatnik experience. You know, it's a thing. So let's go to a little beatnik music. So, we have Tim Ellerby coming up on to call us today. And I found it soon to get you in the mood for poetry. Say that soon. All right. And to our beautiful Shelly Lion Mac, we miss you. Come back, girl. We love you. Ah. Ah. The world is ending. The world we once knew. Snared open the chest of the breast and run there. Even though blood will be spilled, do not look back. Run, man. I come to you with a heavy heart. So heavy. Ah. Tonight, my thoughts are tremendously heavy. Ah. Heavy tones from heavy moans, man. Heavy like mood, like molasses. Heavy history, heavy blood, heavy love, heavy lies. Mahalia Jackson, heavy. Radiation doors, man. As heavy as black eyed peas on New Year's Eve. Ah. Heavy times, heavy rhymes, heavy looks, heavy lines. Heavy love, heavy, 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 heavy. Heavy decisions, 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 decisions. Ah. Heavy as old, heavy as new. Heavy as black, heavy as blue. Heavy as you, heavy as me. Heavy. Oh my goodness. That was fun. Now that was fun. Wasn't that fun? That was kind of fun. So let's get into the another part of it. Let's get into. I'm really loving that music. So yeah. So what's going to happen? You know, we are the Beatnik Experience here. So stick around. We're going to move the show, and we're going to have our place. We're looking for our cave to put to get you in the mood. But I hope you do. And I don't know what I can do. I mean, I can turn the light off, but then you won't be able to see me. But it's just a feeling, man. It's just a feeling of gratitude for the words and the literary art and the revolution of where this all came to be, right? So that's what it's about. And I get to be a poet again. So let's go. Come on, let's do it together. Let's do it together. So I just want to say you are watching the Beatnik Experience. You are watching the Beatnik Experience. Dig Thy Neighbor with your hostess, Yabella Soul. You already know. My name is Yabella Soul to you. So let's start doing that. Start calling me. You know my name. But my poetry name, Yabella Soul, and it's time for me to get into that. Everybody need a hat to wear, and that's my hat. She's my hat. So we're going to keep it moving with another tune and some more Beatnik. Oh, but this here, I think you might like this. This is called the Fender Man Beatnik Fly. He devoured all my childhood hopes, swallowed me up. He broke my heart again, rocked me to sleep. Now it's time to move. Move like the rain, I'm telling you, for 9 months long. For 9 months long. I know it's so cheesy. You can't be mad at him. Cheesy is good. Yeah, that's pretty cheesy. But I like it. I like cheesy. That's called Fender Man, Beatnik Fly. All right. So, let me tell you, it's 7:24, and we just want to say welcome to our show, our platform, and it's all things poetry. So, if you would like to come on the show, read some poetry, talk, let me interview you, let us pick your brain, and share with us some of your deepest. I don't want to know your deepest, darkest secrets. I don't want to know anything that you share with God, but we really want to know your poetry. We want to feel your world, so we can feel like there are other worlds out there, that everybody's not beating the same drum, man. I just don't like this same I just don't want to beat the same drum. And that's why I really wanted to be a part of the Beatnik experience here at WJZZ Cool TV, because we're not beating the same drum. And I don't want to be that person. And I'm 50 years old and I just don't want to do it. I want to hear another drum. Don't you? We can't all dance to the same drum. Well, we can dance to the same drum, but it's going to be a different dance every time. So I think what I'm seeing in the world, man, I'm seeing too many following. It's too many following. No original thoughts. You know, the world is asking us to have the same voice. But it's impossible to have the same voice, because if we all have the same voice, somebody is sacrificing something far too great to sacrifice. That means somebody is dying inside because they got to be like everybody else. And that ain't no place to be. It really isn't. So I wrote this poem, laughter in my lived in fear, and church addicts in my street, that I live my fear, hearts, my mind in chords, vocal, lived in fear. Basement, the basement in my basement, kitchen in my kitchen, closet in my closet, bed in my and under my fear. Having one ever, always one. Fiddling changes. Places made for husband and babies. Out, coming, moving in my fear. But I knew fingers. Ever there, shouldn't be, torn, bloody, prickly, head, ugly, reared, fear, putty, door, and the irons that sealed me in, resembling his lips, turns, prickly, his fingers coming toward me. Walls on the shadows, the watch I saw, numb goes and turns my lips, resembling his lips, and fear. I mean, so much fear. Fear. Hope's childhood swallowed me up. Womb in my mother's breast. Battered and beaten she was. Her broken heart rocks me to sleep. Months, 9 for nothing. I was not anxious to see him or listen to his many yells of chords and patterns. I sing now. Oh, do I sing now? Lullabies was my lies, irrational tunes, and scats and babbling language I once knew before the fear. House in the get, in the kids, in the alarm of fear. Light, street, after the way he moved in nighttime. Irrational tunes like scats, like scats, like scats, like fear. And that's called fear. Again, ladies and gentlemen, poetry, people, and literary phenomenons. You're watching Dig Thy Neighbor, the Poetry Experience by your hostess, Yabella So. We are live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and top media platforms. Like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ, Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. I really mean that. So we have Tim Ellerby. He's going to be calling in soon. And if you are listening, Tim Ellerby, you know where to call in. 313-355-6018. Right? Okay. Yeah, you call in and you know the number, because guess what I did? I'm so excited about living that I left my phone in the engineering room. So I'm hoping that Tim, you are watching and you're going to read us some of that good poetry that you have. Tim Ellerby is one of the finest literary artists today. I really mean that. So now, when you talk about poetry too, you talk about likes like this guy. Let's see here. I want to play you a little something by a man that I love so much.
Okay.
Is that it? Hey.
Hey.
Ooh, look how we are. We are. You know what? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, poets and literary geniuses. Tim Ellerby is on the line. Hello. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. I'm good. I'm so happy to hear you. Hear your voice.
You know I'm always right on time, right on time.
You always, I'm telling you, you are such an amazing man. You know, you
Thank
are
you.
so amazing. A real man, ladies and gentlemen, and jazz cats and literary geniuses. Tim
Now I'm gonna
Ellerby.
be impossible to deal with.
Huh? What did you say?
Said now I'm gonna be impossible to deal with.
Good, good. Because we need your music. So, okay, so, talk to our people. Tell us a little bit about you. I want you to share with me what you want to share first.
Okay. All right. So hello everybody. Good evening. I hope everybody's having a great day. Just a little bit about myself. I am the most famous non-famous person in Detroit, meaning I know everybody or everybody knows me, but they don't know how they know.
Ooh,
I get around. I try to stay in the shadows, but I'm that musician that you call when you need music, and occasionally the poet that you call when you need poetry. Oh, and I also do a really good meditation class on Insight Timer if any of you have the app.
okay, so, okay, tell us a little more. Tell us about how did you get through this pandemic? And I don't mean to
Oh, Lord.
ask that question lightly, like, I want to pry. I really, sincerely want to inspire somebody.
No, it's a good question, and I'm happy to
Okay.
talk about it. Um, so let's go back to 2020.
Yeah.
I had surgery at the beginning of
Yeah.
2020,
I remember that.
and I literally dodged death twice
Yeah.
because I had really high blood pressure and I had to have a colonectomy, and I went in just in time because they said inside of another day I would have been done.
Mm.
So I spent most of 2020 recuperating and figuring out what I wanted to do
Okay.
with my music career. And so I started putting together my studio and working on that. And, it's been an issue only because of certain rules. I have no problem with the mask or the social distancing.
Mhm.
I have a bigger problem with the vaccine because I need more information, and it's just something about it doesn't exactly fit right with me. But I would never tell anybody not to get it. I just need for myself to be comfortable
Yeah. Need a
with
little
what's
more
going on.
information.
So, but
Yeah.
despite all of that, I'm getting through this, and 2020 was a great year for me actually, and 2021 is turning out to be too.
Oh, that's very positive. So, what was some of the things that happened for you in 2020?
Well, like I said, I was able to put my studio together. I had always wanted to have a combination music studio and TV production and video production studio.
Okay.
So I spent a lot of the money I had that year doing just that.
Okay.
And as such, I've been able to literally perform 6 days a week streaming
Oh
somewhere.
yes, yes. I
you
love
know,
your live streams, and I love what you're doing for the community. Tell me how that's going. You're with all
yeah,
your live streams. I we congratulated you. I mean, you're doing master classes and all that.
yeah. So Insight Timer, if any of you don't know about that, is a meditation app.
Okay.
And initially, I went there to find help, emotional support, I guess, for having been divorced twice, and getting through that. But uh, I think I asked the director because they had just sold the app to someone in Australia,
Okay.
and I asked if I could start submitting music, and they said sure. So I was the first person to do that, and after that, of course, came a following of others going, "Hey, I didn't know we could do that." But
Yeah.
uh, from there, they asked if I wanted to do live streams, like live teachings and things
Okay.
like that. And I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? That's what I'm gearing up for. So I said, sure.
Yes.
And at first, I was just doing like one or two a week,
Mhm.
and now I'm doing it 6 days a week.
Excellent. Excellent. So, what are some of the things that you teach? What are some of the things you teach for people that have not seen you? That's not been in your class.
Okay. Well, on Mondays, I do what I call an encouragement to start the week, and that is usually, as it sounds, just wise words of wisdom or encouragement, just to get people thinking about where they are in the moment.
Mhm.
Tuesday through Friday, I do live piano, and that's always like with specific themes. Like
Okay.
the last several weeks, I've been on healing, so anything to do with anxiety and stress, and
Okay.
and getting through the pandemic, I've been doing those.
Okay.
And then every Saturday morning at 8 a.m., we do a psalm reading from the Book of Psalms,
Oh.
and
Okay.
we're up to chapter 46 and 47 this week. So I'm excited about it because that's actually my best and most well attended class.
Yes, it's so
And I was
beautiful.
hesitant to
Yeah.
do it because I didn't think anybody wanted to hear scripture on a meditation site, but they surprised me.
Yeah. People want to hear people. People want to hear music. The scriptures. They definitely want to
Yeah,
hear that. So, would you like to read, or would read some poetry for us, or would you like for me to play a tune?
yeah. I'll read for you. I got my books out now.
Oh, we would be honored.
Yeah. So I was like, what do I want to do? Because I have love poems, erotic poems, and then adult stuff. So I said I'm going to start with the love poems.
Yeah, let's start with the love stuff.
I'll start off light with all of you.
Okay.
Um, um,
So
this book is
before
called
you,
Wishes. This was the first poetry book I ever wrote. It's called
beloved,
Wishes.
beloved.
All of these are available on Amazon, by the way.
Okay, beloved. I just want to say before we get into
Yeah.
the poetry, I just want to do a station ID. You're watching
Hmm.
Dig Thy Neighbor, the Beatnik Experience, with your hostess Yabella, and we have one of the most amazing man, poet, spirit, and I mean father, great son. He's a good he's a good guy. And when I say of course, you know there's nobody that's good, but I'm talking about people that's on this earth that's really trying to manifest some good. Then that's and it's just not about themselves. To me, on this earth, that's as good as you get. So we're so grateful to have the amazing poet Tim Ellerby, and you are we are live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Please like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. And ladies and gentlemen, Tim Ellerby is about to perform some of his work.
Your complex being hides behind darkened plates of glass. The lighting from my intense search penetrates them not. I have felt I had you pegged, but as I think I do, the shield returns full strength, and I am left cold, so very cold. I hate you so, I love you more,
Mm.
though I misunderstand. Your soul is buried deep inside, or staring right at me.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right now.
That's some she got what kind of perfume was she wearing?
White diamonds.
I bet she was. I bet she was wearing white diamonds. That's some old school loving there. Okay.
Never forget.
Are you gonna perform another one for us?
Yeah, I'll do another one.
Okay.
All right, so that one was from Wishes. This one is from Desires. All right. So once again, a daydream laden afternoon paralyzes me as thoughts of you race through my head at some ridiculous speed. And man, your scent was luscious like your kiss, so giving as you wrestled for control that I would not give for fear of losing myself in you. Like
Mm.
that, so terrible. Mm-mm-mm, girl, you just don't know. When you lay your head against my chest, that heart is beating just for you. Once again, I want to fly through the universe of you, where the stars no longer matter, just the fact of us lying in a tangle on the floor against your favorite chair, while the music only we can hear melds with melodies only we can make.
Yes. Mm. Yes. That. Yeah.
Right. All right.
What inspires you to write? We of course we want to hear. I want to hear an Avery poem. I want to hear that. That those are what inspires you to write the beautiful stuff. How are you with that in that arena?
Well, Wishes was, I was inspired to write a lot of that by um, just friends of mine. It's like I'll write things, then I won't say who they're about.
Okay.
So that's what that was about.
And
Um,
so did you
the
love her?
Desires book came.
Uh huh.
The Desires book was written really quickly. I was working at a building in Southfield, I think, and it was very isolated, so I didn't have much time to do anything but write and think.
Okay.
So I kind of wrote that one pretty quickly, and I based that on the people that I saw just walking around and imagining what their thoughts were.
Mm. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. And I think I do the same thing. Just putting a plot on everything. making
Uh-huh.
a plot. So, what is your like? What is the poem that like? You would say that's my badge of honor. That's the poem we would like
Oh,
to hear as well.
you know, it's really funny because it's the only one of my poems that I have completely memorized.
Okay.
Um, Gosh, I haven't done this in a minute. Give me a second.
Okay. Take your time.
Okay. You're beautiful, you know, the light beneath a shadow, a single perfect diamond amidst calloused stones. Other gems shine, that's true, but they pale when compared. Were beauty ever painted, the portrait is of you.
Hmm. Hmm. That's nice. That's nice.
So the majority of what I do poetically is what's called instant verse,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
and they're really short pieces that have an impact.
Yes. And
And
it yeah, it leaves you
there's a
hanging.
poetess named Theda Burke, and
Okay.
I discovered her a long time ago, and she was a genius when it came to instant verse, and um, I just started practicing after her style, and I became pretty good at it, I think, but
Yeah.
nowhere near as good as her.
You are. I mean, it's really no competition because and I love it because I'm a fan of haikus. I do a ton of haikus, but uh your work kind of put me in that simplistic where you kind of leave the listener, like, not like, but you leave the listener desiring more, and it's
Yeah,
almost like a kiss that didn't happen, but it almost
yeah,
happened. So you get to feel all the anticipation of that happening, but the
yeah.
curve it's not like it doesn't make you feel bad. It's just because you just
Hmm.
shared so much intimacy, you know. So I'm
Hmm.
uh, I'm I'm just very excited about uh, your art. I'm very excited about your art. So now there is the poet, and then there is the musician. So tell me about your musician part of your life. How is that?
Well, that's always just been a thing with me since as early as I can remember.
Yes.
Um, from like the age of 7, I think was when I first started playing piano.
Okay.
Uh, I joined Enchantment when I was 27, and technically I'm still with them.
Uh huh.
The pandemic has kind of put a lot of things on hold, but we're talking about going back out as soon as we're allowed.
It's exciting. A member
Yeah.
of the Enchantment band. You look that up. I'm sure everyone knows about Enchantment.
See,
Yes.
that's what I mean. I'm like everybody say, I know you, but I don't know why. And I work with the Dramatics too.
Mhm.
One of the incarnations, uh, sadly, our lead singer passed away, but
Yeah.
um, it was good. You know, I had a lot of fun with them. We went to states I'd never visited. That was cool.
Mhm.
So now all I'm doing for the most part is the meditation music. I've got like about 5 CDs out,
Yes.
um, because I've written so much music for Inside Timer that I just decided to make compilations, and I'll put those on streaming services like Spotify and
Mhm.
Amazon.
Yes.
And you can actually, if you want the actual CD, you can get those from Amazon. All of my books and CDs are exclusively there.
Exclusively on Amazon, ladies and gentlemen. And you and I did. How did that project go? You and I did some poetry for you.
Yes, you did. And I am still in the midst of mixing that project. It's almost done.
Okay.
And when it's finished, then I will present that to you. I think that will be something you will love.
Okay.
It's a compilation kind of disc that I'm doing with the gentleman others may know. His name is Tal Owens,
Yes.
Pau. Owens, and he is a phenomenal guitarist. And I call him the missing Isley brother
Really?
because he has that smooth as butter voice. I'm like, you're gonna have all the women throwing their panties at you, bro. Um, but we're almost done with that. And after that, I'm only doing one more CD that's like a personal project, you know.
Yeah, and so did I see that right? Oh, I think, ladies and gentlemen, we are. We always have a good time here, but it's almost time for us to go. You've been listening to Tim Ellerby on Dig Thy Neighbor, the Beatnik Experience Poetry Show. Yes, you have, definitely. So I'm gonna. Okay, so what is your website? Where can we find you?
All right. Um, TimEllerby.com. That's
TimEllerby.com. Mm-hmm.
TimEllerbe
Okay.
.com.
.com.
And
T I L
also,
E.
I pretty much live on Insight Timer.
Insight
And if you have
Timer.
the app, or you can find it in the App Store.
Okay. Insight Timer, ladies and gentlemen. And
hmm
um
Or you can find me here on Facebook. Tim Ellerby too. That's Tim Ellerby II.
Tim Ellerby II. So if you could change anything about the music industry and the poetry industry, what would it be?
Currently,
Yeah.
the streaming services need to stop taking everyone's music and paying them pennies while they earn millions,
Yeah.
and return the art back to the artist so that we can have um, we can make a living off of our craft, because right now we can't do that,
Excellent. Excellent.
or it's very limited. There's a huge thing. Most people don't realize if you're paying $9.99 for a streaming platform like Spotify, they
Okay.
get the money. The music you're listening to, and you're open to all of it. None of those artists really get paid from that.
Yeah.
And legally, that's illegal.
That is so illegal. We're gonna play a
Yeah.
tune. We're gonna play a tune from your from Embracing the Dawn.
All right. Cool.
It's only, let's see. We have to play something that's a little longer than 21 seconds. So is this the gentle nature sounds to sleep?
Is the title track on there?
Let's see here. The title track. Let's see. Let's see here.
Okay.
We have Okay, so I see meditation videos. I'm on your and subscribe to Tim Ellerby, everyone. We have about one more minute, and I'm going to play this tune here. I love you, my friend. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Thank you so much. We will talk again soon.
Yes, we will. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching Dig Thy Neighbor, the Beatnik Poetry Experience. We just finished talking to Tim Ellerby, and he shared some poetry, and I shared some poetry, and you can share some poetry too. You can find us live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and on the top social media platforms. Like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world, right here at home.